And then he took me like to Cabo for the first time, and he's like, I can't afford not to travel.
We just went. So Jared and I just got back from Vegas. We saw the Backstreet Boys, and he's like, Sandy, he goes, I want Vegas Sandy like every day. Like, like there was no kids. I like, transported back to like 2000s. I told him, I was like, it was so fun. Every time we do these, I mean, not like we're going to go to Vegas every week, but it was just so out of our element that we were like, every time we do it, we're like, we have to do more of this.
I think if you have toddlers, I think it's so important to do overnight getaways, because I think
Totally.
for women, we cannot relax and unplug unless we're away. So that was like something I realized like early on, even when we didn't have like a ton of money. I was like, hey, I know that if we have time away from the kids, like when we used to live in California, we do like Cabo trips all the time because it was like an hour.
Yeah.
And that's when Garrett realized, because at first Garrett's like, oh, we can't afford to travel and this and that, because back then we didn't have a lot of money. And then he took me like to Cabo for the first time, and he's like, I can't afford not to travel these little vacations. So I think it's so important to like I said, even if you're in a space where you're building your business, but to prioritize like a little getaway if you can.
But it really does. It like takes the relationship to a completely different level, because you're just out of like feeling like you have to be everybody's everything.